Kooza and Sparrow, Lanterns in Hoi An. Part 1, Arriving in the Ancient City. The sun was setting over the old city of Hoi An, Vietnam, painting the sky in beautiful oranges and pinks. Kooza, the curious corgi, walked next to his human friend Sparrow along the narrow streets lined with yellow ancient buildings. "Look, Kooza," Sparrow pointed to the colorful lanterns hanging everywhere. "Tonight is the Lantern Festival. The whole city will light up when it gets dark." Kooza's nose twitched with excitement. The air smelled of sweet jasmine flowers and delicious food cooking in the street stalls. His fluffy tail wagged as he watched people hanging more lanterns across the streets. Part 2, Making Friends. As they walked toward the river, they heard a small voice calling out, "Bánh xèo, fresh bánh xèo." It was a little girl named Mai, helping at her grandmother's food stall. She was trying to balance a big plate of the crispy rice pancakes, but it was wobbling dangerously. Kooza barked softly and quickly positioned himself beside her, just in time to catch a pancake that slipped off the plate with his nose. "Come on," Mai giggled, which meant thank you in Vietnamese. She gave Kooza a gentle pat and offered him and Sparrow each a bánh xèo filled with shrimp and fresh herbs. Part 3, The Missing Lantern. As night fell, Mai looked worried. "Tonight is very special," she explained to Sparrow and Kooza. "Each family releases one lantern on the river for good luck. But our family's special lantern, the one my grandfather made, has gone missing." The lantern was shaped like a lotus flower and had been in Mai's family for generations. Without it, her grandmother wouldn't be able to participate in the festival. "We'll help you find it," Sparrow promised. Kooza barked in agreement, his nose already sniffing the ground. Part 4, The Search. They searched in through the crowded streets, Kooza leading the way with his excellent nose. Past the Japanese bridge, through the market where ladies in traditional ao-dai dresses sold fresh fruit, and along the riverside where boats were getting ready for the festival. Kooza's ears perked up as he heard a rustling sound coming from behind some wooden boxes. There, tangled in some fishing nets, was Mai's family lantern, but it was on the edge of the dock, too far for Sparrow to reach. Part 5, Clever Kooza. Kooza looked at the situation carefully. The lantern wasn't far, but one wrong move could send it into the river. He remembered how he used to get his ball when it rolled under the sofa back home. Very slowly, he lay down on his belly and crawled forward on the dock. Using his paw ever so gently, he pulled the fishing net closer and closer, until finally, success. The lotus lantern was safe. Part 6, The Festival. Mai and her grandmother were overjoyed when Kooza and Sparrow returned with their precious lantern. As a thank you, Mai's grandmother dressed Kooza in a little red silk scarf with golden dragons embroidered on it. When darkness fell, hundreds of colorful lanterns floated on the river, their lights reflecting in the water like stars. Mai's family helped Kooza and Sparrow release their own lantern, a special one shaped like a little dog. "Look how they all float together," Sparrow said, watching the lanterns drift down the river. "Just like how new friends come together." Kooza barked softly in agreement, his new red scarf glowing in the lantern light. On his travels with Sparrow, he had learned that sometimes the best adventures aren't about where you go, but who you meet along the way. As they walked back through the glowing streets, Mai taught them how to say goodnight in Vietnamese. "Chúc ngủ ngon." Kooza yawned happily. It had been a perfect day in Hoi An, and he couldn't wait to see what tomorrow's adventure would bring. The end.